House of Prophecy. We are here with Rabbi Friedman. We're going to be learning the laws of Shabbat. Friedman, the famous musician, famous sensation in the 1970s, 1980s, and now back 90s, for a comeback in the tens and 20s. In the 10s and 20s, he has a comeback at Chabad of Crown Heights.
Buy my new tape.
And everybody's invited to this class. It's a series of classes on the laws of Shabbat. They say if a Jew keeps one Shabbat,
download $5,
spiritually and physically, he will be able to go straight to heaven. When Messiah comes, those who have kept the Sabbath will be sanctified. L'chaim, l'chaim. Now we are turning it over to Rabbi Friedman. Wherever you want to sit. You want to sit here? Sit here.
I'll sit here. See how many people are
But then the mic's not working good. Here, come here, come here. The mic
is this live on YouTube?
Yes.
That's YouTube?
How did YouTube?
Welcome to the shir.
Hello.
When I first went off into the world to make millions of dollars, the Rebbe told me, because I wrote to the Rebbe and said, this is what I'm doing. He said, keep Shabbos and Yom Tov. So, it's good to keep learning these laws of Shabbos and Yom Tov, and I personally learn these books every day. I've been through them 2.5 times. Malacha and work. Last week we learned about the rewards and the punishments of keeping Shabbos. Rewards of keeping Shabbos and the punishments for not keeping it. Anybody remember anything?
A little bit, I remember.
Alright. Well, it's a good idea to keep Shabbos. That's the main thing. So now, chapter 2 of the first book, of which there are 4, is Malacha and work, distinctions and comparisons.
Guess I spoke too soon.
What is that?
This is my supper.
You know, we can't eat that?
You can eat it.
I mentioned it, so
as long as I get some of it.
This shir has food in it. Maybe we should turn off the shir for a bit. Your daughter's just
right?
Here, give me one.
What
What is this, fish?
He's old and age.
What's the bracha?
Why by Pio when they get a day?
Yeah.
Oh, they get your white one,
Khana sima se khazara. Dakhli ima botchu.
She goes to school.
Khan
You go to
is now
school
doing
now.
the shir.
You go to school or not?
Khan is doing the shir.
Connie, you
What
go
do
to
know-
school or not?
What do you know about Shabbos, Hannah?
So that's something.
Da? What does that mean?
Pee-pee.
What?
You respect Shabbos, Shabbos will respect you.
Huh?
Pee-pee.
Poo-poo on Shabbos?
The pee-pee.
Pee-pee.
Oh man, I destroyed my computer. That's what happens when you get nervous about kids. You always get hurt. Okay.
Now we have Chaim Peel cleaning up a mess. Oh, I'm back.
Live
Rumble
from
Street delivers or
7
not? Rumble
Sorry guys for interruption. Mordechai, listen closely. We're not going to repeat this.
What are the 39 categories? Why are they called?
Alright.
How do we know what the 39 categories are?
Hi.
Okay, Alva, relax.
Any one of the 39 categories of primary laborers in the building or functioning of the Mishkan, from which all prohibited activities of Shabbos are derived. Yet this fundamental principle of Shabbos is the subject of misunderstanding and widespread confusion. It is important to examine and search for the root of these misunderstandings. This is the first step required for clarification. Dispelling the common misconceptions. There seem to be 3 common misconceptions about what working on Shabbos means. These are: working means employment, working means toil, working means modern technology. However, a basic knowledge of halacha will easily dispel all of these misconceptions, as shall be explained below.
Mordechai, if you have any questions, you
Number
can text
1.
me. If you have any questions, Mordechai, you can text me. And Yeshua Durkin, if you have any questions, text me.
Sure, Durkin, sure, too.
Misconception number 1: working means employment. That is a misconception. To many people, work refers to one's employment. To them, a Shomer Shabbos is simply one who does not do work on Shabbos. Unfortunately, being a true Shomer Shabbos is not so simple. Staying home from work does not guarantee proper Shabbos observance. Ironically, some people are more prone to do malacha while at home than at work. For example, it is quite possible to go to work on Shabbos without actually engaging in a single malacha, although actually doing so is a serious
Nobody's
transgression of various rabbinical ordinances. Consider the following examples. A Shomer Shabbos office manager or store vendor would never consider the thought of working on Shabbos, even though he could probably conduct his business almost as usual without doing a single malacha. He could 1. Ride a taxi or a bus to work. 2. Check inventories manually but not by computer or electronic equipment. 3. Stock shelves. 4. Negotiate transactions. 5. Sign documents with his left hand.
You want to watch it online?
And 6. Telephoning orders, operating computers, typing and ringing up purchases could all be done by a non-Jewish employee.
Wow, you're allowed to do that? I didn't know.
Do what?
You could do all that on Shabbos and get away with it.
Do what?
Things I just read.
He wasn't listening.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not going to listen, I can't help you.
Okay.
Repeat it one more time quickly for him.
No, I'm not.
Okay, fine.
You're not?
No.
You have to watch it again there.
The point is,
Yeah,
you watch the replay.
Anything that you work at, anything that you consist of your job, you can do.
You could
Sure.
work out ways to get around blowing Shabbos at work. You could work it out, but
It's not easy.
it's not a good idea.
What, you mean like a hashgacha job?
Well,
No, this is
okay.
good.
He says he could ride a taxi or bus to work. How could you do that?
You could take a train.
It says
on
that
top.
there? No way. What kind of book is this?
You could do it. How could you do
How
it?
could you do it? I want to hear how you could do
In
it.
case
Tell
of
me how you could do
emergency, I
it.
don't know.
It doesn't say drive it.
Midaraisa, you could do it. Midarabanan, you shouldn't do it.
If you just got in and went for the ride, is that a
A lot of
malacha job?
issues. There's a lot of
It's not
issues.
actual malacha, but it's midarabanan, you're not supposed to do it.
Okay, but you could get away with it. Midaraisa.
It's a mashke.
Could you check inventories?
The little basket.
It's a
The
mashke.
chocolate.
I don't know.
It's a mashke.
You don't need. If you didn't use a computer, you
Mashke.
could
All
probably
this is
do it.
b'diavad if it's allowed.
Oh, you
Mashke
see the
tikam.
paper.
Hmm?
Just looking at the paper.
Mashke.
That's also a problem. We're just wondering about this today in Hazara Torah.
You write on it before Shabbos, before Shabbos.
That's why I know some of this.
Hey.
Point is, you could get away with these things. Could you stock shelves?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I'm
Why
telling you,
not?
these are all.
If you need,
I don't know,
the
it's
food,
not-
if you need the food. But you don't know any of the halachas of Shabbos. You assume that whatever your father tells you, that's what you do. You have never learned the laws of Shabbos. Between me and you.
I don't know.
When was the last
Maybe
time?
Al Piawaka you're allowed to do all these things, but it's definitely not
Do you know you'll be allowed to go shopping on Shabbos with a credit card, a whole Shabbos? Go cash with your money. Take a bus to the store, and then pick up all the stuff and bring it back home in a truck that a goy drives. And you wouldn't be breaking anything.
Yes, you would.
And you'd be shopping a whole day in Costco, and you wouldn't have been.
I want to hear
breaking
that you did it.
I didn't say you should do it. I'm saying, but really, it would not be breaking Shabbos necessarily.
Says here you could sign a document with your left hand.
The
Could
left
you?
hand, yes,
Why?
because it's not natural. Anything that you do in a non-natural way is fine.
Okay, but generally, all these things are prohibited midrabanan anyway. Okay, and he goes on. All of these are serious transgressions of rabbinic ordinances, but none are a malacha deraisa. It should be noted here that a storekeeper or entrepreneur who conducts regular business on Shabbos is nevertheless considered a full-fledged Machal Shabbos. Even if you figure out all the ways to do it, just by conducting business, you're still Machal Shabbos. Actually, that's from a Navi. It's a different thing. It's not a malacha, but the spirit of Shabbos, things like that. It's a different kind of way to break Shabbos. By contrast, while at home, one is prone to do any of the following without realizing that a malacha is being violated. Prepare a cup of tea by pouring water from a hot kettle earned directly
No
onto a
good.
tea bag
No good.
or slice of lemon. That's the malacha of what?
No good.
What do you do? You allowed to do that?
What malacha is it?
Squeezing,
No, I don't know.
Bishul.
slicing, bishul,
Bishul.
cooking,
Yeah.
with a lemon, with an onion or lemon.
You're pouring the water on to the tea bag. And the lemon. Peel an orange.
So you're not allowed to do it. You're saying.
To be eaten much later, the malacha of bor, or sorting. Open mail. What? Can you open mail? You might do that at home.
No, because
What malacha is that?
Ripping. Ripping letters, you know.
Tearing, right? Comb hair. You comb your hair?
You might rip your hair.
Yeah. Goizes. Shearing. Tighten a loose drawer handle or
This
doorknob.
house we laugh, right? If I'm here, right?
Can you tighten a loose drawer handle or doorknob? It's loose. Can you just
Why not?
screw it back on?
I can't screw it.
No, it's the Malacha Boina building.
Yeah, guys, it's illegal.
If you don't tie it
Illegal.
completely, you just put a little bit. You just put a little bit, just enough to hold it.
Well, it's
You
Boina.
can make it. You
building.
can make it loose. You can make it. The thing
Let me-
loose.
yeah,
I
well,
wash
I
my
want to see
hands.
if
The point he's making here is that you might do this at home.
What?
I want to see if it's working live.
Oh,
If it's coming out. Nice.
sorry. How's it called?
Okay, well,
Break time, the class has to do ADD.
continue. We're Mordechai's listening.
Anybody listening out there?
Everybody's listening out there. There's 2 guys listening on right now, live.
No problem having an ADD moment.
Probably they also have an ADD. Nobody can focus on more than 5 minutes at a time. You should know
What might a woman do at home? She might fillet a fish. What malacha is that?
that. Slicing.
Borer, sort
Not
of.
on fillet.
What it says. Dice salad vegetables for later in the day. What's that? Koichin, grinding. Tear off a sheet of paper toweling from the roll.
Can't do that either, huh?
Nope. What's
Not
the
really.
malacha of that? What's it called? Mechatech, measured cutting. Tweeze her eyebrows. That's the malacha of goize, shearing. Apply lipstick. The malacha of mamachik.
Smear mamachik, right?
And tzoveya, smoothing, coloring. Cut or file her fingernails. That's goizes.
Let's take it. Get something that's waterproof. So in the morning when she washes her face, it's not gonna come off.
All right, and the last one, a woman he has listed
It
here:
costs a little bit,
sprinkle
but-
water over a stain on her dress. What is that?
It's old lives do.
Malabing, scouring. The connection between these common household occupations and the concept of work may seem remote, yet each one of them is a malacha, all done in the comfort and privacy of one's home. So you see the difference that malacha does not mean going to work. Misconception number 2. Work means toil. Some people think of work as strenuous physical exertion, such as moving heavy furniture, etc. To them, not working on Shabbos means abstaining from strenuous activities in favor of leisurely ones. However, this perception is also false. For example, a person can perform back-breaking labor and yet he may not be doing any malacha.
Here?
Hear that? You can do back-breaking labor and it's not a malacha. Like what? Carrying heavy furniture up a flight of stairs on Shabbos is not a malacha,
Why not?
although it may be
Stretching.
rabbinically prohibited. Huh?
You're stretching.
No, it doesn't. That's the point. It's
Oh, so whatever
You
you're
could-
saying now might be rabbinically prohibited. Whatever you're
generally all
saying,
this is rabbinically prohibited. But the point is, they're talking malacha. What is a malacha? Carrying
going into the car was rabbinically or not even rabbinically?
was rabbinically prohibited.
It was rabbinically prohibited.
See?
Okay.
People are watching. 5 people are
All right.
watching.
How many are watching?
5 people.
Dirk
How
is
many
one
are
of
having an ADDHD moment?
How many of you guys are... Guys, you can write in the chat. There's a chat you guys can write in. Oh, 5
This is
people.
called the ADD share.
ADD shit.
ADD.
Yeah, 5 people are watching. That's good. That's good.
That's not bad.
That's good.
How many people?
You can watch it later, Abba. Then you could catch up on everything you had ADD on. That's what's good about this thing. People can
You see,
go
I'm
in.
putting it in my pocket straight away, so I'm gonna go.
Hi.
All right, so we're learning now that malacha, work, does not mean heavy toil, labor. Why? Because you could carry a heavy piece of furniture upstairs on
It's the
Shabbos.
shear. It's a pills.
We have to give. There's another moment that ADD people have. It's called a starring moment.
There we go.
Abba's having a starring moment on YouTube.
Single,
here.
single and available for all
In
those.
this house we love.
Go ahead, take it over. I need a drink of water. Abba's gonna take over the shit
Okay,
now.
Abba, tell us about how
With-
what kind of wife you're looking for.
No, I'm not doing that.
Why? She might be watching.
She might be watching. I have 3 girls.
You might be watching.
3 of the girls are, that want to marry you are watching you right now because I told them Abba's going to be
So let
here.
them write it in the chat.
Mary Abba.
Abba's single and available.
Look at him. He's gorgeous.
Look at him. And he has a
He's rich.
funny personality.
He's one of the the three smartest people in the world because he's at this shir. All right. Okay, so why isn't carrying a piece of heavy furniture upstairs a malacha?
Friends. Here it says viewers 0. Why?
This is not the thing.
They saw you and they
On the
left.
top it says viewers
There's
0.
nothing to do. You have to go on the YouTube to see it. This is
Oh.
just on my chat. This is a different thing. This connects to the other one.
Oh, I see.
So YouTube is live?
How do you know you have 5?
I just
Roots
went
for
on
life.
it. As long as whenever people are watching it, it says how many people are watching.
How does that work in YouTube be live?
Just go to Roots for Life, Chabad, and you'll find it. The channel.
All right. Why isn't carrying a heavy piece of furniture upstairs on Shabbos a malacha?
Go to my channel. Look for the live feed.
Huh?
Okay, continue. Don't disturb by.
It says live video.
Oh, Pinchas.
Still raining?
Pinkas is here. We have another ADD moment, folks. Go to the fridge, get some more food.
We'll be back in a short moment after this short commercial break.
A shear without food is like food without a shear.
That's true.
What are we learning? Daniel?
We're learning
No.
the malachas of Shabbos.
We're learning how to break Shabbos without breaking it.
You don't want to break on Shabbos.
We're
All
learning
right.
what to do. You know that in Israel right now they have they figured out a way how to drive a
Wait,
car.
put it on yourself.
What?
Let the crowd see your starring moment.
Yeah, I'm going to be there in
I am
about
Peel's
half an
having a starring moment, folks.
Well, basically they have in
hour. On
Israel.
my desk. Yeah, but I forgot to
They
put it on
figured out a
yours.
way to
We're
drive a
doing it.
car
Yeah, we're
on
doing
Shabbos
it.
without breaking any malachas for the
He went and he
soldiers.
said he's going tomorrow night.
It's like called a fuse thing, and now they also have a phone. Where they have an app where you
No.
can use your phone on Shabbos without breaking Shabbos midaraisa.
What?
In about a half an hour.
Sit down.
You can start.
Okay.
It's the upper sides tonight.
You believe
You know
that?
that.
And they have.
The upper streets, 26.
Basically, your phone's on
All
the
right,
whole
if
time.
you're having a conversation, I vote that
The whole
you
2-9
turn
side
the
4.
screen to the person you're conversing with.
Yeah. Like,
It's also
do
anyway.
side 4. The
Okay, but nowadays people don't even keep midaraisa. So you
Maybe
want
you should get a turntable to
Start
put
it.
the computer on. So you
start
can-
it. We'll see what happens. We'll see
Dinner
what
time.
happens
Just
when
get a
I
camera.
come.
Yeah, something like that. So then you can focus on the people.
Right.
I can't find it.
Next
Far
week,
as I
the
know,
cheer
yeah.
will be improved. We will have a spinning camera.
Hang it up on
But you didn't answer my question. Why isn't carrying a heavy piece of furniture upstairs on Shabbos a malacha?
I didn't tell you put live, but you put live.
any work. It's not work.
You're doing heavy labor. You're lifting.
Mishka, no, it was no lifting.
Okay, there you go.
The first video is live.
Okay. By contrast, a simple relaxing activity can be a malacha d'oraisa. For example, strolling in a city street with some change in one's pocket is the malacha of
Carry.
right. In Hebrew, that's
Otherwise, I think it's
hotzah.
just a rabbanan, I think.
Hmm?
I think if you
Let
walk
me ask you a
around your
question.
house
Why
just
is
with
money?
coins, I think
Why
it's
is
like
money
a
books
rabbanan.
on Shabbos? That's what I don't understand. Why money is not allowed on Shabbos? How's it
Money?
malacha? How's it malacha?
When does it get
How isn't it malacha?
It is a
It's not
malacha.
from the 39 malachas.
It's not.
money.
It's muksa.
Why?
Because you don't need it on Shabbos.
It's business.
People need it
For what?
to go shopping on Shabbos. People have one day off a whole week. They want to go shopping. There's in Israel they want to make a Shabbos credit card now because people want to shop the whole Shabbos. They don't want to stay home.
All right. So good
Shomer
for them.
Shabbos stores, they're closed.
Yeah, but they can make
All
grocery
right.
stores that have Shomer Shabbos credit cards, and then you get it after Shabbos, whatever you shop on Shabbos.
Similarly, light indoor activities such as
Carrying,
filleting of fish, opening the mail, according to some posting, or combing one's hair are each a malacha d'oraisa.
With the rice, just comb your hair, comb your beard. I see people always combing the beard on Shabbos.
Who, me? I don't come my beard with mom.
Oh yeah, look how nice it is.
The third misconception: working means use of modern technology.
Have some chicken. The chicken is good.
Who is
Want
this?
chicken?
Who is this?
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait till after the
What's
show.
your name?
Okay. People who are unfamiliar with Shabbos observance are often of the mistaken belief that Shabbos involves a ban on the use of modern appliances and technology, such as driving an automobile, using electricity, a telephone, and so on.
This is your father?
While the outward appearance of Shabbos might suggest this to
not,
the
no.
casual observer, the fact is modern living is not a contradiction at all to the laws of Shabbos.
Hi!
It is perfectly permissible to make full use of modern technology on Shabbos within the parameters of halacha. For example, there is nothing wrong with benefiting from electric lights, appliances, air conditioners, heaters, as long as one does not switch them on or off, or if any or in any other way activate or adjust them during Shabbos. Ava, did you hear that?
No, I can't vote.
Yeah, I was getting.
I was having an hysterical moment, folks.
Ladies, this is what's
This
gonna
is
happen when you get
Mary's
married.
guy.
Marry him. Look how much
It's
attention.
hysterical. Look, how many guys actually laugh nowadays?
In this house we love.
Mary Abba, Mary Abba.
Single and available.
In this house we love.
Okay, we did that for you. Now you can shut up.
Okay, now you can be quiet. Now you got your attention. You got
Yeah,
everything.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Note, the use of timers on Shabbos in some cases can be problematic. This will be discussed in greater detail in the Malacha of Ma'avir. It now becomes clear that Malacha is not simply work in the colloquial sense, but rather a specific type of labor
Seltzer,
defined by Torah law.
Just playing with it.
How's this?
Precisely what these particular labors are and how they can be understood will be further explained in section
Where'd I
3.
go?
Alright, you still with me? Is everyone still with me? You need another ADD moment?
No, we're good. We're good.
You're good, you're good. Alright.
Abba's finally focusing. Look, don't keep going.
Just listen to the title of this next section. The heavy cost of ignorance.
You live.
Ignorance is costing you.
Money.
Being dumb means being broke.
Donald Trump is waiting for you. You live.
Look how smart Donald Trump is. Alright.
Because he has ADD
He's
moments.
good. No, he got money. That means he's smart, right?
Doesn't mean nothing.
Nowadays, that's all.
Means you
If
took
you
the
don't
right
have money,
risks.
you're dumb.
Sky Peel.
Anybody need a starring moment?
Sky Peel.
Wait, well, Abba's doing imitations. Get the women on it again.
Will you stop it already?
Abba's doing imitations. Here we go. Women, he can do imitations. You need that.
Hip hop parade.
Abba, take off your glasses for a second. The girls should be able to see your face.
Hip hop
Take off your
parade.
glasses. Take off
Look at hip hop array. Get him married, quick. Okay, what's wrong with being stupid?
Nothing wrong.
Studying the laws of Shabbos is a very great mitzvah. You guys, we're doing a great mitzvah now. We're studying the laws of Shabbos. Okay, conversely, ignorance and lack of appreciation for the treasure of Shabbos and its laws exacts a high price in many ways. The following are some of the ill consequences brought on because of ignorance. Unnecessary transgression, excessive stringencies, confusing contradictions. For example, if you are in a hotel in Morocco and it's Shabbos, how can you keep Shabbos in that hotel? Do you know?
You just
What?
sleep in your room the whole Shabbos. I don't know.
What if the food's in the dining room and you're in your room?
You take a step.
Can you
Why? You mean you have to do the elevators and stuff?
all of it? How do you do it
Yeah,
in a
but you're
hotel?
allowed. I think.
What if you're on the 100th floor?
Midrabanan, you're allowed to go into an elevator. I think, right?
No, it has to be a Shabbos elevator.
Even Midrabanan.
Oh, it's just like a car. You could probably go in, but
Can't get
Shabbos
out.
elevator, even Midrabanan, I think you can go into. No. Yeah.
Shabbos elevator, yeah. The
It
right
says if you're on the boat on Shabbos, you can't get off the boat.
They have
Point is, if you
I
ever-
see people using it here. 580 crown. I see them using
Yeah,
it.
I've used it.
You've used it too?
You can't make the
On
ball
Shabbos
move.
you've
It
used it?
stops at every floor.
Stay in the place.
I never used it. One time I almost did and I chickened out of it.
Nothing wrong.
That would have been the first time I ever took an
set
elevator.
to do exact one thing every time.
No, but what happens if you get hit by the door? You open the door on Shabbos. What happens if the door doesn't close properly on you?
See, that's what ignorance can do to you.
You go to the door, and the door touches you. Boom, you open it.
How long do you have to wait for it? Let's say you just missed it. How long does it take for it to get all the way back down?
Usually there's going in the elevator and pressing the buttons the whole time.
You should put a watch right next to the elevator.
I was in a hotel, and there's a going in the elevator that...
No, it says. It says
A
it's
floor.
sign.
ADD moment. We're all discussing.
I think
Discussion moment.
You know,
Discussion. Point the camera.
No,
at
those
yourself.
guys, they used to have the
Point the
elevator
camera
man.
at yourself.
They used to have an elevator man, and he would go up and down. Is that a kosher elevator? Because I was in a rich building where the guy says, "Oh, Mr. Horowitz. Oh, Mr. Cohen. Oh, Mr. Aftershul." Every guy is pressing each button.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. This. 100th floor. Oh, Mr. Babinet.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you can't do that. It's a Shabbos elevator.
Right.
He says, I'm a Shabbos goy. He said, as long as they don't tell me.
Point is, if you're ignorant about the laws of Shabbos, you can come into a situation where you get totally verblunget.
Fablunget. You know what
You won't know
fablunget is?
what to do.
Explain to him what fablunget is.
A new attendee to the shir party. Might be a malach under one set of conditions, yet perfectly permissible under others. The following examples highlight the important
Freeman.
and far-reaching rule. Anybody hear any of that?
Yes.
You did?
I missed it. I lost it.
You lost it at about the third word of the paragraph, right?
And you lay
Okay,
back
I don't
free-
blame you. I know this.
I just got to the piece. You want a cheap piece of chicken? He says,
Say
no.
examples. Say
He
examples.
says,
People
no.
need examples. You
Yeah,
know,
give
that I
Freeman,
lost
Freeman. Say a few
Yeah,
examples, a
examples
story,
of it,
something
yeah.
about Shabbos.
Note the respect that Rob gets in this year. They call me Freeman.
Rabbi Freeman.
Yeah, okay.
Can you say some stories with
So
it?
here's an unnecessary transgression. Dosh, threshing. Squeezing a lemon into a tea is prohibited because of mafarik, extracting, which is a tolda. What's a tolda? It's an
Offspring.
offspring of dosh, threshing. Yet fresh lemon juice may be extracted permissibly, according to most poskim, by squeezing the lemon juice into a spoon of sugar or into a sugar cube and then mixing it with the tea. This method is permitted due to the principle of mashka haba la'ocha. Did anybody get that?
The water that goes into food.
If you just squeezed a lemon
Yeah.
into your tea, that is a malacha.
But in the food it's not a malach, only in the liquid.
But if you squeezed it onto a sugar cube, somehow you could do it.
Because it's not regular malach.
Does that make sense to you?
Why?
Well, that's an example of unnecessary transgression. If you didn't know that little diuk, right?
Oh, sugar. Somebody
This
doesn't
is
eat.
homemade, homemade.
No, you're
Israeli salad.
squeezing it onto a solid.
Something you're not
Made by
going to
Chaim
use.
Peel. What's the deal?
Onto something you're not
You
going
know,
to
I
use.
chopped up every onion.
Chaim Peel, harav again. Why is squeezing a lemon into tea, hot tea?
I don't see how you're cooking it because it's already 100 years old. The tea bags. that
No,
they
you're
have today.
extracting from the lemon.
But it's already 100 years old.
Far-
Lymphatic, you extract.
Isn't
What you
the
talk- the
lemon
problem is
already
the
made?
tea or the problem is the lemon?
This is what I
Squeezing
said
the
in
lemon.
video.
So can I
This is
squeeze
what
a
I
lemon
said.
into a salad?
Salad, yeah.
You
That's
can
what I said in
squeeze
the
it
video before.
into a spoon of
This-
sugar or onto a
Now,
sugar cube and then mix it with the tea.
So what's the problem? The problem is
Everyone
cooking the
gets
tea or the problem is cooking the lemon by
The
putting it in
problem
the
is
tea?
squeezing the lemon.
Why? You could do it in salad.
Okay, but you can't do it into tea.
Today?
Why?
It was
Tea
tea
is
hot
100 years
today,
old.
but
It's like an
hot.
old
Today you
bag.
got it or not?
Because it's
Oh yeah,
hot.
it's the hot tea already.
But lemon
Yeah,
is,
today you
is acid, so it's already
Whatever
hot.
put it on you.
Lemon's already hot. It's acid.
Well, so you
No?
cook it?
Whatever's on the bottom overpowers, so you have tatogo, you have
You have
the
to
power
do the
of the
swing
heat.
camera.
You have
Well,
the
so
power of
see-
the heat.
Ryan, did you get the text this morning or not?
From
Well,
the
so
tea.
Wait, we're not
So you're
having
trying,
text
yeah?
breaks. No text breaks.
Well,
No
so
text
you're
break.
cooking?
What?
You're cooking
No text breaks.
liquid from the-
What'd you say?
Cooking,
The
yeah,
juice?
it's
You can have a tax break, but not a text break.
That's what if it's boiling hot water. If it's
Here's
like
another
warm,
example.
It's okay.
Quiet on the set.
If anybody has a question, you have to raise your hand now. That's it. Everybody, you have a question, you have to raise your hand, and Freeman will see if he wants to answer. Freeman.
Freeman, it's Freeman
You're
here.
not unsubscribing, right?
Yeah, Rabbi Freeman, he has a question. He has a hand.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, of course. If the
Wait, the questioner.
if the hot water is if it's warm water for tea, you can put the squeeze. You can still have the drops of the whatever from the fruits in the directly in the hot water in the warm water. Or
That's
is it
called
squeezing?
methoric.
Just because it's squeezing.
Squeezing it out.
But you can put the liquid.
No
liquid
say
from a
flavor.
fruit into
But if you put it on a
warm
sugar
water.
cube, it's not methoric anymore. How does that work?
Abba Steinhauser.
It's not squeezing it. Of course, it's not squeezing. So what's the thing?
We have a Chaim Peel turn the computer moment.
So what's the deal over here?
That was a hard thing to
Right,
do.
what's the deal? That shows you Chaim Peel. What's the deal? What is the deal?
I don't know.
All right, no one knows. So you see, we have to learn the laws of Shabbos to figure
It's
this
very important
out.
because we don't know half
In
the
the
stuff.
meantime, do not squeeze lemons into tea.
I never knew that. I always squeezed the lemon into tea. You never did it?
No,
You never want a little bit of lemon juice in your tea?
only in the salad.
In a salad? Who said that's okay?
Because salad is solid.
Who said? Who said?
And,
What if it's a hot salad? What if it's a
Wait,
hot
can't
salad?
put the camera on him. He's starring in some moment. Pinchas the Great.
Yes. Salads are solid things you're allowed to squeeze on, but the liquids are not allowed.
There you go, folks. Squeezing onto hard solids seems to be okay.
Hard
According
and
to Rav
solid.
Pinchas, who is the Rosh Yeshiva of the 7 mitzvahs of Noah that hasn't been established.
In Tennessee, Illinois.
All right. Okay. So, but don't squeeze it into hot liquid. That is definitely a tolda of dash. Here's another example. Peeling eggs on Shabbos morning to serve for shalosh shudas. You get that? You peel the eggs in the morning, but you're going to eat them on shalosh shudas. Afternoon Shabbos meal is prohibited under borer, because peeling the shell of an egg constitutes the removal of undesired matter from desired matter.
Picking.
Huh?
Picking.
What?
Picking is choosing.
Yeah, it's sorting.
Choosing.
Boire.
Selecting.
Selecting, right.
Which one you want to pick out?
You're taking out the bad stuff from good. Yet eggs may be peeled permissibly by peeling them just before the meal. You get that?
Peel meal.
That same egg that you peeled in the morning that's going to get you into a lot of nice places that have really
Pastor
great
Loftus.
punishment. If you did it at the right time, it would not be a malacha.
You took one?
You got to know these things, right?
Take one.
How many of you, well, we won't get into who did the wrong thing. We are all perfect Jews here. We do the right thing all the time, right?
Thank God, Baruch Hashem.
Okay.
Baruch Hashem, yam
Here's
yam.
another example. Placing is called cooking, bishul. Placing a slice of lemon and tea bag into a glass, and then adding hot water from a kettle is prohibited because of bishul, cooking. Yet, the same tea can be made permissibly according to Igris Moshe. Yeah, if you got him on your side, you know you're okay, right? Okay. By simply reversing the order, pouring the water into a glass, then pouring the water into a second glass, and only then adding a tea bag or lemon.
So warm water, suppose as hot water, it's a big difference.
No,
You were saying,
it could be the same temperature.
Fish.
Okay, the same. They could all be the same temperature, but the fact that you made those
You made
transfers,
transfer.
that halakhically is considered.
But the reason why you're making the second clay, third clay is to cool off because of the walls.
Well, that's what the rabbis say. The amount of cooling is significant
It's
to
all the same,
eliminate
you
the
say.
problem of transgression. This is due to the principle of kli sheni, second vessel, and kli shlishi. Am I still on?
Yeah, I think so.
How can we change the set?
I'm trying to figure out where you are.
So I'm not even broadcast. So we're doing this now better.
No, we are back.
Okay. Hard liquid.
I hope you're broadcasting. This is so funny. I want to show this to someone.
Yeah, I mean, we should be broadcasting.
This is the principle that we must understand. Hot liquids cannot cause bishul once placed into a kli shlishi.
I want to show this to my sister. She'd love
You
it.
could put 1,000-degree liquid burning lead into a kli shlishi, and you might get away with it. Alright?
Okay, we're live. Keep going. You
Still alive?
Yeah.
Here's a fourth example. Toichin, grinding. Mashing a banana or potato with a fork is the malacha of toichin. Yet the same bananas can be mashed permissibly for a child by using the handle of the fork just before eating.
The other side.
You're not allowed to mash a banana for yourself. I mean,
Who
The
likes
kids
to
are for
mash
yourself.
banana? Just grab it.
Where's the
now.
sound?
a potato, you can't go like that on a potato. That's grinding.
Turn it off
Oh,
so it doesn't
potato's
disturb the
fine.
video.
No, it says mashing a banana or a
Over the
potato.
sound. Over the sound.
Potato in the chunk, you know.
Okay, only one person's watching now.
Who's the one? You lost the
Who is
other?
it?
No, we got one guy still.
Probably Durkin.
What
Right?
happened to the other four?
I guess they got.
Probably Durkin, right? Is it? It's the same. Right?
Dirk is still watching.
That's him, right?
Probably, or more.
Probably fell asleep.
Dirk probably. Had the computer. No, he's watching. He said he
Tonight-
watches it with his
tonight-
friend. He said he watches with his roommate every time.
That's nice.
Here's another matter that we should consider.
How was Durkin, by the
Machabe.
way? He's good. Putting
Machabe.
on film every day.
What? We have interruption moments
You pay
starring
for it.
Abba. Put the film on Abba.
How much did I get for it?
Everybody, Abba gave money for tefillin for Durkin.
That's when
Why
I had
you
money.
You shouldn't announce that.
That's when I had
publicly.
money.
Whatever you tell Chaim Peel, beware. It is going to be broadcast around the world. Okay.
Public.
Yes, so you can't tell him any secrets. Okay, machaba, extinguishing. Pouring water directly onto a tablecloth that suddenly caught fire is forbidden under machaba. Yet the same flame can be put out permissibly by wetting the table, by wetting the cloth near the flames with colored wine or soda. And when putting the flames out, it is permitted even directly. The aforementioned examples illustrate the fine line that often divides between permissible and prohibited activities, and how an obscure condition can make the vital difference. Note, the conditions and exemptions of the malachas will be discussed in greater detail. Okay, so how are we doing? Is anybody?
I missed the last bit. Sorry.
I got everything.
I was busy thinking about who's gonna be who's gonna be who's gonna be.
These are all
who was
examples.
over here. How are you looking?
These are all examples of doing something that you think is permissible, but it's if you knew how the malacha worked, it's unnecessary that you know. It's an unnecessary transgression if you just know how the malacha works.
What if you're smashing cheesecake? Cheesecake is not like mashed potato.
I would ask my local Rav. I'm just
I think
a
it's
reader
fine
of this.
because it's not a way to do it. It's abnormal to smash.
Joseph, tomorrow's a crazy day. I want to go to 2 brisses and I have an appointment.
Hold it. We now have an Abba's
Crazy day.
schedule moment.
Tomorrow's a crazy
I was
day,
going to
everyone.
tell us his schedule for tomorrow. This is
That's the
vital.
whole schedule.
This is vital to the shear because until he tells us, we can't go on with the shear.
Abba. Relax.
How are we doing time-wise?
We're good.
What time is it?
We have another 15 minutes.
Dream on, Yoda.
15 minutes. How are we
Okay,
doing?
everybody who has a question, please raise your hand.
8:30?
We're gonna have to do this in class style. If you have a question,
8:38.
you have a
I have to
question.
go with
Okay,
7
the
minutes.
second thing, if you are ignorant about Shabbos, that you could end up doing is called an excessive stringency. Okay? Simple restraint from all activities to avoid Shabbos transgression is also not a viable solution to the problem of ignorance of halakha. Obviously, one cannot be expected to simply sit in a corner with his hands folded during the entire Shabbos day.
You know, there used to be Chassidim in the time
time
of,
pill moment.
in the time of the
Put
Baal Shem
camera on
Tov.
you.
They were so simple. There used to be Chassidim in the time of the Baal Shem Tov. They were such simple Jews. They didn't know what to do on Shabbos, so they would sit at the table the entire Shabbos, not daven, not sleep, not do anything. They sit there for 24 hours until Shabbos would end because they didn't know what to do.
Okay,
So
this is
we're gonna change that.
That is called an excessive stringency.
People don't know what to do, so they don't do
I
anything.
don't think they were Hasidim.
So you're not even
I'm telling
permitted
you what
to
people used to
resort
do
to
before the
that.
Baal Shem Tov came along. People used to-
Shabbos is meant to be sweet and pleasant in every way.
There's a lady in a wheelchair. She doesn't celebrate Shabbos. Why? Because she says she sits the whole day in a wheelchair, the whole Shabbos, because it's electric. So, but if you would know the laws properly of Shabbos, you would be able to get around.
That's what we're learning here.
Wow.
This is like similar laws over here. If we don't
Yeah, we're learning all the ways you can mess up on Shabbos are not necessary.
My
That's
father
just
over
know
Shalom would
something.
stay home on
Let's
Shabbos
do
because
it.
he wouldn't want to take
But
the
you have to
elevator.
understand and know it. You need to have to smarten up about Shabbos. You can't be ignorant. It's
If you're
not gonna
ignorant
help
about
you.
Shabbos, you're not going to do nothing. That's
Right.
it.
He wasn't ignorant. He was very careful about the law. He would not go out
But if
Shabbos.
you would know the law properly, he would be able to take
Here's
the
another reason. Moreover, it must be remembered that kavod Shabbos, honor of Shabbos, and oneg Shabbos, enjoyment of Shabbos are essential elements
Essential!
in proper Shabbos observance. One who does not enjoy the Shabbos and honor the Shabbos does not
enjoy it.
properly fulfill the mitzvah.
You're late. That means you have to go to 12 Shalom Zachars instead of 12, instead of 10.
Put the camera on you.
It means that you're late. Got to go to 12 Shalom Zachars instead of 10 to enjoy it fully. Your leg feels like he has to go to every Shalom Zachar on Shabbos in order to enjoy fully and go to the 12 meals. Go to all 12 meals to feel the full joy. Right? You're right? No sleeping, no eating, no nothing.
All right. Therefore, even the most sincere and meticulous
Next
pious...
week I might Facebook stream live this.
We're going to have an Abba Facebook moment.
Next week, hopefully.
Therefore,
Hopefully.
even...
Hopefully.
Can I read?
If I can afford it.
I'm going to charge you.
No.
$10.
Every interruption is $500.
No.
Straight to the Clinton Foundation.
Is that a
There.
text? What is that?
That's another one. You owe me
Regular
$4,000
message.
already.
Wow.
send message.
How are you going to go broke?
Therefore,
That's
even
so.
the most sincere and meticulous pious individual cannot be spared some form of Shabbos desecration if his knowledge of the halachas is inadequate.
Wow.
Invariably faced with an endless stream of shilas, halakhic queries about what is and is not allowed on Shabbos, such persons are apt to impose upon themselves excessive and unnecessary restrictions. Such conduct would unfairly and incorrectly deny them the beauty and pleasantness of Shabbos and would also be a distraction from its honor. It is possible to see how this can occur in the following malachas: tochen, grinding, chopping or pulverizing a substance is the malacha of tochen
What
and
about a
is
face? A face.
prohibited on Shabbos. However, not all substances are subject to this malacha.
Not all of them.
Foods that do not grow from the ground, meat, fish, cheese, are exempt.
Or human face.
Therefore, you can mash your cake. Who had the cake question?
Cheesecake.
It doesn't grow from the ground.
It's not from the ground.
There you go.
And if somebody's bothering you, you can mash their face too.
Consequently, it is perfectly permissible to chop tuna fish, liver, cheese with a fork, spoon, knife, but not a grater.
You can't pulverize it?
Not with a grater.
Why? It's not from the ground.
You're doing something else. Additionally, previously ground substances are not subject to the malacha of toichin. Why is that? No toichin after toichin. Therefore, it is permissible perfectly to crush matzah, cookies, aspirin, and other medicine tablets on Shabbos. Where their
Aspirin?
use is permitted on
I never
Shabbos.
knew about aspirin.
Says you could crush it on Shabbos.
Why do you have to crush aspirin?
Because people can't swallow. Some people can't
For
swallow.
little kids. Baby kids.
You can swallow pills, the big ones?
In any event, you should do it with a shinoy.
Huh?
Dried mud, bricks, and earthenware also excluded. Here's another one. Dosh, threshing. Extracting juice is mephoric, as we just said. A tolda of dosh and is prohibited. However, some forms of squeezing are permitted. For example, extracting excess oil from a latke or kugel, or undesired brine or gravy from herring or meat. You could do that.
You could do it.
Okay, yeah.
See, you gotta know. Okay.
How do you do it? You squeeze it?
Here's the third category.
No, explain that.
It doesn't explain it, just giving you ideas how ignorance
Go
of
into
Shabbos can
It's
mess
called
you up.
squeezing, no?
Huh?
You could drain the oil out of
Try
it.
to watch the rest later.
Put the napkin on, but I don't think you
It's
can
done in 2
squeeze it
minutes.
out.
2 minutes I gotta go, yeah.
Why have to
Well, it says extracting.
extract
2 minutes. 2 more
It
minutes.
says oil.
to go.
Okay,
45 to go.
confusing contradictions. The third and last category. Serious effort is required for the study of Shabbos. A poor grasp of the underlying concepts of the malachos of Shabbos will ultimately leave one lost in a labyrinth of confusion and contradictions, even one who may wish to acquire knowledge about its laws. The following are malacha paradoxes that serve to illustrate this point.
Oh, are you sitting on it?
Choresh, rubbing the soil versus walking on the soil. Rubbing out saliva on the soil with one's foot is the malacha of choresh, plowing, and is forbidden. Yet walking on the same soft soil, thereby causing a depression, is
Is
permitted.
this your hat? Where's your hat?
That's your hat on top, no?
Which one?
Zorea, watering grass versus raising a shlock over grass.
That's mine.
Pouring water on
Is
growing
yours?
grass is the malacha of Zorea, sowing.
Yeah,
Yet
that
raising the sukkah covering shlock just after heavy rains would be permitted even though the rainwater will fall on the grass.
one. I know I brought one.
It's downstairs by the bathroom. You went to the bathroom, remember?
We're having an Abba lost something moment. Mimer.
Is that what it is?
Ma'amer. Gathering fruits in the garden versus fruits scattered on the floor. Collecting 2 or more fruits near their trees is the malacha of ma'amer, gathering. Yet gathering a basket of oranges that's spilled on the kitchen floor is
Here, I want
permissible.
that here.
Similarly, gathering cutlery, toys, form, etc. is permissible.
Can we have questions for the last 2 minutes?
Well, let me just finish
Okay,
this
okay.
list, and then the share is over.
Let me ask questions.
Lush, mixing flour and water versus
Okay,
mixing
I'll see you.
salads or drinks.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, we're having an Abba leaving moment. Give him a leaving moment. He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay, now it's
Hey,
good.
you want to talk about it?
Yeah, you should make
You
a
know,
buffer.
the person take
Mixing flour and water or cereal powder with milk is to produce a thick mixture is lush,
You
kneading.
need a better picture
Yet
for your
mixing vegetables in a dressing to form a thick coleslaw salad or mixing drink powders to flavor a drink is permissible. Malabing, wetting fabric versus wiping one's hands on a towel. Wetting a fabric is the malach of a malabing.
Did you know that?
Cleaning.
You can't wet a napkin.
Yet drying one's hands, wet hands on a towel is permitted.
You're allowed to
Thank you
wipe
very
your-
much.
I don't have a
Good
phone
night.
right now, so.
Good night.
You're allowed to wipe your hands on the towel, even though it might get wet, even though it's soaking, right?
Right. It's
So you're allowed to use a wet towel on Shabbos for mikvah.
I'm not answering those kind of shilas.
Because that's my biggest shiloh of using a towel.
Well, I'll tell you what I saw. I saw the great Rob. What was his name? No, before him.
Marlo?
Yeah, Rob Mahler all the
Use a
time.
wet
I
towel?
once went to a mikvah where he was taking a
If not,
mikvah,
let me know and I'll send you the
and
email.
I saw him walk around without using a towel,
Yeah, I've seen that.
getting rid of the
So I
water.
was wondering. But that's also shiloh.
So I don't know if you
to
could use
drain-
a towel on
To
Shabbos.
drain your skin on Shabbos.
I don't know. I saw that and I said, man, that's rough.
Oh, the towels there are very wet.
Yeah, well, so it's.
But
It's a big
these
shiloh
questions-
squeezing.
these kind of questions you need to rob.
Alright.
So Vea, coloring water in a crystal jar versus coloring drinks. Adding food coloring to a crystal jar containing water for aesthetic purposes is the malacha of tzaveh, dyeing. Yet adding tea or coffee or drink powders to a glass of water is permissible, even though the water will become colored as a result. Kosher, tying a knot versus tying shoes.
Kesher.
Kosher. Forming any tight knot on Shabbos is the malacha of kosher. Tying a knot, yet tying shoes, even securely, is permissible.
Wow. Double knotting? You allowed to double knot your shoes? Double bows?
I'm not answering those Shabbos. Okay, it's just the difference between tying your shoes and tying a knot.
Babe, you know you're allowed to tie your shoes on Shabbos? A lot of people try to get shoes without shoelaces because they don't know that.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. You could. That's what he's
You
saying.
tie your shoes on Shabbos? Double knot?
Ignorance is not bliss in this case.
The ignorant.
8. Korea, tearing a sheet of paper versus tearing paper food wrapping. Tearing paper on Shabbos is Korea, tearing.
So my question is...
Wait! Yet ripping of
One more
open
minute and
thin
you guys
paper
questions.
or the cellophane packaging on foods is permitted.
Yay! We can open packages on Shabbos.
Yeah, but you can't tear paper.
Oh.
So how you can open the package?
No, you can't. You could tear it. You can't tear it.
You can open the package, but you can't tear paper.
Well, let's say he has like private paper, right? And he wants to say he wants to see it from people from seeing. Doesn't want people seeing it. So I guess he cannot ask anyone. He cannot ask a guy to shred it on Shabbos, right?
Well, you could ask Hendrix to put it in his lunch.
He'll eat it.
Put the camera on this guy. Here's a new star, folks. The Flame.
The flame of Ur.
The Flame. He can play and sing like no one else, right, Flame? All right, give him a gig. Give him a gig. Hire this man. Okay, let's finish this.
Single and available as well.
Mochik, yeah, get him married. Mochik, breaking letters versus breaking words. Cutting through a letter or character on a food wrapper, thereby splitting the character, is mochik, erasing. Yet cutting between the letters of a word is permitted, even though the word combination is thereby broken. You have to break the actual letter. And the last one for this year, folks. Confused because you don't know the laws of Shabbos, you don't know the principles behind them, is this example. Hotzah, carrying a button versus wearing a button. Walking in a city street while carrying a button in one's pocket is the malach of Hotzah, transferring. Yet wearing the jacket with the button attached is permitted. This apparent contradiction.
So if the button is loose on my kapata, I can wear it? You're saying?
That's a different thing altogether.
Because I read where
No, if you're
it's
carrying
about
the
to fall
button in your pocket versus the same button being on your
But
coat.
if it's loose and it's
Well,
about to fall off.
we're not getting into that right now. Okay, the apparent contradictions cited above are in fact not contradictions at all. They are easily reconciled in an adequate understanding of their halakhic concepts. As explained earlier, much effort is required for the study of Shabbos. However, the effort will reap rich benefits. Understanding the nature of the malachos will dispel the confusion and can surround the halachos of Shabbos and will ultimately help one to achieve the highest standards of Shabbos observance while sacrificing none of its enjoyment and great reward. Thank you very much for listening.
Let's say the birthday cake. Let's say the
Okay. Questions.
Put it on the questioner.
Let's say
My answer to all questions is ask a Rav.
Okay. Anybody else have a question?
Right?
Oh, let's say the birthday cake has dirty words on it. So you want to cut. So you know. and
Yeah, you
gotta-
said you're allowed to smash cake. Could you smash the letters on the cake?
If it's dirty words, so you don't want the kids to see it.
Like I said, my answer to all questions is ask a Rav.
This has been another broadcast live from Trump Towers, New York. Donald Trump has just left the building. We see CNN, the Lying News Network, is leaving the building as well. This is a live report of Shabbos Malachas. We will follow by next Tuesday live at 7:45 to 8:45.
That's right.
You could see it on YouTube. 39 Malachas of Shabbat, live broadcast. L'chaim, l'chaim. We are now ending the seminary.
Seminary.
Next week we will continue live from Trump Towers.
ADDHD
This is Rabbi
share.
Peel.
This is the ADDH here.
And that's Rabbi Friedman. Thank you for viewing with us.